Hey there, it's Kathryn Alice, and welcome to my video Q&A. This one is called The Rules for Dating. Let me read the question and then I'll give you my answer. This is a good one. This person writes, Kathryn, I'm in the process of getting over another heartbreak and I'm self-reflecting on past mistakes. I've been listening to some coaches saying you should never sleep with a man before 90 days, but I really dislike rules when dating. And I tend to operate on whenever the time is right or when it feels organic. What are your thoughts on the 90-day rule? And can someone have a successful and lasting soulmate relationship if they do not follow this rule? Does sleeping with a person before 90 days communicate low standards or low self-worth? Is this really ineffective in regards to earning a man's love and respect? I really hope you picked my burning question. Well, I'm very happy to answer your question. I'm sorry I might not have answered it right away because I get so many, but I'm answering it now. And I want to tell you that I totally agree with you that there are no absolute rules for dating. There's no one size fits all. Everything's very individual. And so you cannot make sweeping generalizations about men or women. That's why if you see something that says how men think or how women think, take it with a grain of salt because your soulmate is individual to you, and it's not cookie cutter. It's kind of insulting if you think about it because you don't think like every other woman, for example. And so I don't believe in rules for dating at all. But what I do believe is honoring yourself and not just feeling hard to get, but being hard to get. What I mean by being hard to get is that you should hold yourself in value. And if you have tended to sleep with people too soon and you get emotionally attached, this is really bad because not everybody processes the same way. I do see a lot of men able to get involved intimately and keep their emotions out of it. Not all guys are that way, and some women are that way too. But if you're one where you do get involved, even if it might have been meant to be a one-night stand, then you might want to wait a little longer. And if it's your soulmate, they will wait and be willing to honor you in that way until you're ready. And you'll be worth the wait when you do go and get that close with them. So it's all very individual. Now the reason, let me give you another example. I have a couple who got married. I was working with a woman and she kind of said, well, I'm not going to sleep very easily with anybody. And she met this guy and they really had feelings for each other. They went on their first date and basically they never spent another night apart until the day they got married, and then they had 2 kids. It's been many years in now, over a decade, and they still have never spent a night apart. She goes with him on trips and stuff, and they're just always together, and they have a very special kind of closeness. So you can see it's a case-by-case basis, and that's why a lot of women think there are rules and try to go by them, and they're kind of a disconnect. You know, if you're trying to put rules that are one size fit all, it's a little bit on the fear-based side of life. Anything fear-based will not work very well for you, but anything faith-based, that I have the faith that I can be honored and that it's okay with me to wait, that can work. And so it's interesting, you can do the same thing with a different energy and get a different result. And so you could reformulate if you feel like you've given yourself away because you weren't ready or given into pressure, then you might want to wait. On the other hand, if you waited 90 days and the guy got impatient or felt like a disconnect, like you weren't really there with him, it might not work out. And so you just have to feel into it. The main thing is that you feel good about doing it, you feel ready to get closer in that way, and you do feel honored, like you're honoring yourself. I think one of the worst things that I work with women on in particular is sleeping with somebody and then not hearing from them or not getting flowers and feeling really let down. And so it probably is a good idea to project into the future and think, well, if we go this route and I don't hear from him, am I going to feel okay about it? Or if you check, you'll see that of course you're going to hear from him. Every indication he's crazy about you. Okay. And so those are the measures, and I apologize that I don't have one answer for everybody, but it is very individual. But what I do know, if you're in the right place and you're honoring yourself and you do feel good about it, then it will work out. and you can bounce back. You can do the release work, which I do so much of with people, and get over it. If it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. I think we all have had a situation where we wish we had done it differently, and so I love that you're learning from what didn't feel good to you or what didn't give you the results you wanted. So look at that and make changes according to how you feel, but then you are going to have to still be in the flow and be organic, as you said. I really honor that in you. That's pretty smart. Okay, so I bless you for having that internal guidance that will never steer you wrong and will take you right into the arms of your soulmate. Thanks for the great question. Bye for now. I'll see you guys in the next video.